The Crypto Markets Update is brought to you by KuCoin, the best place to find the next crypto gem. All right, joining us now to discuss the crypto markets is Don Kaufman, co-founder of TheoTrade, a trading educator platform. All right, thank you for joining us, Don. So we see that Bitcoin, DeFi slightly under pressure. ETH, however, is rising ever so slightly, trading pretty flat. So I wonder, what are some of the underlying market movements that are causing these price fluctuations?
All right. So, I come from a background of obviously of finance and really the equity and index markets. And one of the things that, as I've transitioned over into the crypto markets, I can't help but look at the correlation coefficient between like Nasdaq, a couple of the Nasdaq stocks, and specifically crypto, and even more to identify Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is obviously what I track. It's what I trade the most of. And I have tendency to also look extensively at not only historical volatility, which is, if you will, like past price action in the marketplace of Bitcoin, but implied volatility, which is kind of forward looking. And, both of them right now, whether you're looking at, price action in Bitcoin, it is dead. I mean, this is actually one of the lowest amounts of price action we've seen inside of these coins in a considerable period of time. It's been about a year since we've actually seen historical volatility drop to this ranking. Ironically, most the internet stocks and so forth, they're rocking in terms of IV, and yet again, some of the crypto markets have actually quieted down a little bit.
Why do you think that is?
It's interesting. So the rally that has ensued in the broader stock market in the last couple of weeks, crypto played into that. Now you can actually see maybe some of that rally is starting to fade. But again, one of the things that's pretty shocking to me right now is, again, how quiet it has remained in Bitcoin. Now, I make no two ways about this. I am still, an utter bear in the markets in the near term. It doesn't necessarily mean like long-term bearish, in crypto, just in the near term. And really what's driving a lot of that, it's not so much anything negative about, crypto. It's much more about what we're seeing in the S&P 500. It's more of what we're seeing in the Nasdaq. And that is, hey, listen, there's some serious headwinds. And as long as I've been in this business, they always tell you, don't fight the Fed. I don't want to fight the Fed, okay? But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't look at crypto as being, what it was a year ago, where people are going to dive into crypto. Crypto is going to be the new gold. Like, some of that price action is dissipated, and the correlation between Bitcoin and the S&P 500, or, again, specifically the Nasdaq, it's picked up. And you can see, even like a day like today where Nasdaq is fading and, it's pulling Bitcoin with it. But listen, I think this is the calm before the storm. We're at a crossroads right now. Volatility has died down, but I think you have to get ready for some much more substantial price action coming to crypto here in the very near future.
It's interesting you say that, because right now I'm in Miami. There's a Bitcoin conference going on, and there's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of excitement. There have been announcements by various autonomous regions, from Portugal to Honduras, that want to expand Bitcoin adoption. There was an announcement from Strike's, Jack Mallers' Strike, expanding payments through Shopify. But we haven't seen this jolt in the market. So it's interesting that despite this positive sentiment in the community, it is, as you say, kind of dead. But I wonder, what is your strategy in navigating this period of lack of volatility, or I don't know what you would call it, but this tight trading range? Are you just completely out of Bitcoin? Or are you in an accumulation phase?
So I'm always looking for opportunity. The opportunity right now is I'm waiting for volatility to really start to pick up, and I'll trade. I'm again very heavy into the options marketplace. Anything that is surrounding, anything derivative of crypto is predominantly what I look at and what I trade. And that implied volatility is low, so I'm a net buyer. Yeah, it's a little bit extreme. Nevertheless, that's specifically what I'm looking for in terms of being opportunistic. I recognize that the crypto world is extraordinarily bullish. It's hot. Like, listen, I live in St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and this is an island that is filled with crypto traders. It's filled with traders in general, as is Puerto Rico. Nevertheless, one of the points that I continue to drive home to those that are just, quote unquote, crypto traders, this business, like the correlation coefficient it's everywhere, and you have to start to think of the entire financial system. It's not like crypto off on its own anymore, right? It's part of the system. And I know that, there's a lot of people probably listening to this that are in crypto.
Yeah.
They're like,
they want
oh,
us,
no,
they don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
It's
They don't want to hear
decoupling.
that.
It's supposed to decouple from the traditional markets. It has nothing to do with it.
I spent 15 years in the brokerage world. I was in the professional trading world before that. I can tell you right now. So I've seen a lot of traders transition. I still stay on the fringe. I actually trade in equity markets. I trade over in the crypto markets. What's hot, what's in, and I'm telling you right now. The arbitrage is actually now going between, if you will, crypto. It's actually, those that'll trade and hold some of the coins and cold storage, but they're actually arbitrage now between crypto, between the Nasdaq, between stocks. And the second that traders like me get into that and start building algorithms to actually fire off, okay, and sequentially, arbitrage crypto into something like the Nasdaq, okay, it makes it part of the system. And that's where you start getting systematic and systemic risk. And that's the kind of stuff where, as a trader, though, I like it. It's tied in now, and that's where those little seams will open up, and that's where the arbitrage is.